So, we are finally in our last series of why didn't I get healed? Hello, lovers of Jesus. We are carrying on, and this is actually our last series, part 4 of the reason why. By now you understand if you've been following. If you haven't, please go back to the first part and the second and the third, and then you will come to understand what we are about to dive in now. I just want to thank you for your consistency on listening to this, and I pray that this is really bringing a new understanding from God's perspective, and you will really, like Mary, ponder these words in your heart and continue to just be obedient to God, humble yourself before Him, and continue to love Him no matter what life throws at you and no matter what He allows, because whatever He does with you and I, it is out of His pure, unadulterated love for us. He loves us so much, and the Bible says He will not allow us to suffer things that we are not able to bear. Amen. Just like Paul asks, take this out of me. He said, my grace is sufficient enough for you. Whatever we are going through, we just ask for His grace, His strength for us to go through with it. And whatever we go through, we go through with Him. Now, if we turn to Him, we'll be suffering together with Him in love. How amazing and cool is that? It's all about love, people. It's all about love, and the Lord has been saying it before the foundations of the earth. It is all about love. Healing is about love. The gospel is the gospel of love. Amen. Now, I want us to go to Romans 8 verse 17, which says, now we are children and heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ, if indeed we share in His sufferings, in order that we may also share in His glory. What is the reward of suffering? The reward of suffering is the reward of His glory, sharing in His glory. It's very, very powerful. I would say it's a high calling. Again, His suffering was the cross. Well, it was a lot more than just that. He was denied by the very same people He came to save. And yes, we will be denied. That's one of the sufferings. But don't tell me that your sickness is in a cross. Your sickness is a cross. And there is so much God is doing with that sickness until He chooses to heal you, or He chooses to call you home. The healing would come in the form of you leaving your earthly tent behind and going to receive your glorified body. Or the healing will come in the form of someone praying over you, and all of a sudden you are healed and you are still here, and you are freed from that infirmity. Which other way? The healing will come and you'll be freed from infirmity. Then you'll find yourself freed from the infirmity in heaven, or free and still here. Until that healing comes, there is work to do. Things are going on. There are powerful graces being released from that work of the cross, The complications to your life, your loved ones, all of us feel terrible when we are sick and we are a burden to other people. We become a burden to other people. What could be more miserable? You are a burden to yourself and you're a burden to others. That is where the pain lies. That's a heart cross. But you have to understand there is sanctification going on in that household. The ones who are suffering with you because of all the work they have to do to take care of you are going, they are also being sanctified with you. They are being made complete, lacking in nothing, as James says in James 1 verse 4. It is through their perseverance. So even if in situations where you feel terrible because you've got it terrible, I've got news for you. You are a cross that is bringing forth virtue into the personality and their character. You are preparing them for heaven with your burden. It is a beautiful thing when you see it from God's perspective. Very hard, very difficult, very painful from our perspective, but a beautiful dynamic that God works with it. The other thing about the cross that is so powerful is the humiliation. Sickness can really damage and humiliate you. It can bring you to nothing. Being humbled, just as I talked about, you are in a household and you are a burden to other people. That is so humbling. You are going through humiliation because some of the sickness, you can't even do anything. You can't even go and ease yourself. You have to do it on you, or they have to just do like a baby. Very humiliating. It strips you of human dignity. Heart-wrenching. But it's all a cross. So you are in a household and you are a burden to other people. That is so humbling. It humbles you. It humbles every tiny thing they do for you. You are thankful. Maybe you can't get up and go to the restroom. You have to be helped in that way. That is so humiliating and so humbling at the same time. But you see, how humble was the Lord that any of us ever attained to that kind of humility. Yes, through the cross we can be very much like the Lord. He asks us to be that way. In fact, Paul says, to keep me from becoming conceited. Because of his revelations, he was given that thorn in his flesh, right? Because if he wasn't, he would be so proud. How do we know? He talks about, I, Paul, revelation that was given to me. He talks about he speaks tongues more than others. He talks about he worked hard more than others, like more than even the apostles he came to meet, the disciples he came to meet. So if you read Paul, you will see from the beginning of his ministry in his way, he was so proud and ego and everything that he do, so proud and all that. But as time goes on, he began to see he changed the tone, whereby down the line he talks about, I'm the worst of the worst, I'm the sinner of the sinner. Now he moved from talking about he prayed tongues more than anyone and he works more than anyone, even not him but the grace of God, to talking about, I am the worst sinner of the worst. That was humility right there when he was talking about being the worst of the worst sinners. Amen. So he said, for the revelation Jesus revealed to him, without the thorn he would have been conceited, proud, arrogant, serving no purpose for him. So to keep him from being conceited, because of the revelations he was given, that thorn, to keep him humble. And you can find that in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7. How many times when we are sick do we feel like nothing? we are at the mercy of people. Without them, we are wasting away. I mean, we are worse than nothing, a deficit. We are a burden. In Philippians 2 verse 6, it says, the Lord, who being in very nature of God, did not consider equality with God to be grasped at, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being made into human likeness, and being found in the appearance as a man. He humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death on the cross. There is nothing in our lives that could be as humiliating as what Jesus went through. Let me tell you, when you have to suffer tremendous, humiliating situations because of a condition of your body, you are very close to Jesus. You are beginning to look very much like him. One thing he's continually telling us is, my bride, you must resemble me. That is the reason for your suffering, to resemble him. I want, the Lord will say, I want you to resemble me. When you come to heaven, such glory will be yours for the crosses that you carried. Amen. He wants to share his glory with you. So he shared his sufferings with you, with us. Never mind if you've complained. I hope that I'm giving you a new perspective on this, so that you will stop complaining and start thanking the Lord for the opportunity to share in his glory. This is something he's been working with me for a long time, and with my mentor. They are all helping me, teaching me this, and with her husband as well, seeing these things happening to them. The glory will be ours, because we receive those crosses and we carry them faithfully without becoming bitter, angry, or disillusioned. Maybe we had to deal with depression sometimes because it could be tough sometimes. Even that can be a terrible cross to carry. If we know the Lord and we love him, he will communicate his grace, mercy, love, and his comfort to us and whispers into our hearts, beloved, there is nothing wrong with your faith, and there is no great sin in your life. I am sharing the cross with you. Will you help me carry it? He will whisper that into your heart. You see, the Lord is going to suffer pain until the very day this whole mess is wrapped up and every soul's destiny has been decided. He did not just suffer on the cross, he is still suffering. Imagine, after 2,000 years, he is still going through suffering every day, bloody suffering. And it is an honor to share with him. It is to share with him. And not just that, he give you grace to be able to handle it. Amen. So it is an honor to share with him. He is going to suffer because he had created us. We are his responsibility. And when we suffer, he suffers terribly. He cries with us. He hurts with us. His compassion is beyond reckoning. You can't understand God's compassion. It is too deep. It is so much higher and anything we could ever imagine. So much higher. And when you are carrying that cross, he's right there with you. Right there with you, by your side. You just need to recognize that and reach out to him. The Lord whispers in your ear, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not lacking in faith. There is no condemnation there. There's no condemnation there. There was nothing wrong with the gift of healing. This is a cross I have given you, and because you have carried it with love and devotion to me, the Lord will say, I have united your suffering to my suffering on the cross, and great glory will be yours in heaven. Hallelujah. How would you like that? Praise God. And you will see all the beautiful things that were accomplished through your suffering. All the people you helped bring into the kingdom because of your suffering. Relatives that eventually came to the Lord because of your suffering. Loved ones that were released from drugs. Missionaries that were successful and brought a whole tribe of souls to Jesus. How beautiful, all because of your suffering. Truly, the Lord's ways are not our ways. Don't let anyone lie to you and tell you that there is nothing wrong, there is something wrong with you because you didn't get healed. Don't let anybody lie to you that Christianity is all la la land. It is not la la land. Being born again, when you accept Christ, you took on a dangerous mission. You took on a mission to die to yourself and deny yourself. When you are dead, you deny yourself. If you neglect the body, anything can be done to it. Sickness can come to it, whatever it is. Corruption can come to it. Corruption can overtake it actually, because it's already without the blood of Jesus. Then so corruption can take over it. So don't let anybody deceive you that there is something wrong with you because you did not get healed. There is nothing wrong with you. Jesus is just sharing his cross with you because of your love in your heart for him. He's sharing everything that he is and everything that he has, everything that he is made of with you. Amen. So the Lord bless you. The Lord give you such a deep understanding. May he bless you. May he smile at you. May he shine his face upon you. And whatever you're going through, know that he is right there with you. I need you to reach out to him and thank him for his love for you specifically and what he has in store for you as a result of your obedience and your love for him and receiving his suffering with gratitude. Amen. So thank you. Thank you. We are finished with the end. I just want to thank you for staying with us, and I hope this will bear much fruit. Don't keep this to yourself. Share to people. Send this to all those you know that are going through suffering. Let them hear it for themselves. They need to understand where the Lord is coming from, and they can carry it with great pride, great comfort in God. Not pride, but comfort in God, and with great humility, knowing that it is for the love of God that they are going through what they are going through. Amen. Thank you, ladies. I hope you are blessed by it. Thank you. We bless you, and have a great night. Bye.